Hello everyone, and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everyone.
We are back with part 7 of our Croc Let's Play.
Yep. Now I have the right controller, so...
It should hopefully go more smooth.
It already feels like night and day. So... a little, so... What?
What is that sound?
Well, it stopped.
Oh my god. That scared me.
Scared me too. You okay? Come on, baby. You can do this. You did it last time.
Oh, jeez.
50 seconds in and we already have to hit...
I know. We swear
resurfaced.
We got this resurfaced. I don't know why it's being a pain all of a sudden.
Yeah.
We had one
decent take.
Yeah. It's kind of hot and muggy down here now, isn't it? Or is that just me?
I kind of feel it too.
Yeah.
Honestly. Huh. Strange.
Oh well, we only have one more to record, and I'm hoping it'll cooperate.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, guys. Apparently, you guys were here last week. Those of you who were here last week, you witnessed it.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and just press start.
Yeah. Come on. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You watched the last episode of Croc, I believe, and you saw me nearly completing the level twice and failing.
Yeah.
All because I had the wrong controller selected.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't get the DualShock one out. Alright, come on, baby. Because we were so close. We were at the end of the level and we thought, oh, we got all the gems, so let's go into the other part. And then we didn't survive that part. Oh well. Okay, come on, buddy. Okay. Come on. Oh. Why? Why do you do this to us, Croc? Alright, one more time and then I have to abandon this part.
I can go 2 more tries.
Okay.
Because the other option is to adjust the disc. Well, where it... Namely, how I started. Like, for a while, that's what we were doing with Final Fantasy 1.
Uh-huh.
Until I realized that part of the issue was that the spindle was not pushed in properly.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying, unfortunately, I have to, at some point, replace or fix the spindle.
Yeah.
I think I was talking about getting it fixed, and then the guy at one of the stores we went to said, oh, it might just be cheaper to replace it. But I have no idea where do you buy replacement PlayStation spindle.
I presume any spot selling, like, whoa.
Oh, jeez.
You saw it here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you guys probably saw that.
The game glitched.
This poor game. You were not treated well by your previous owner, were you, poor thing?
They may have held on to the case, but I saw the scuffs on the back.
Yeah, just because they held on to the original case does not mean they took good care of it.
It depends on how they used it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. There he is, walking along. Come on, buddy. Why are we doing this multiple times? It's better than freezing, but still. This is like an endless loop. Oh.
Yeah. This poor little Croc is walking in purgatory.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, buddy. We're trying. We're trying to help you find your family.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this rate, might have to abandon this part.
Okay, let's just do one
more try, guys, and if it doesn't work, you're not seeing this part.
Okay. Push in, check. Adjust the starting position. Wiggle it a bit. Lock the screen, lock the lid, turn it on, and let's see how it is. Because you don't want to watch endless looping of failing to load the game properly.
Yeah.
And we did get the resurface as you saw in the last part. It was working perfectly fine. Albeit the controls were difficult. No glitch this time. Alright. Let's do this. Okay, so far so good.
Alright.
Turning on, log on. There we go. Okay. That's okay. I got at least one gem.
Mm-hmm. It kind of reminds me of this sound when you collect coins in Mario.
It does.
Yeah. Whee.
Cute little guy.
He is.
Okay, so I got the green one. Jump in the water. Alright.
Good.
Just gotta... Yep, got that. Get this block. Get down. Attaboy, little crocodile. There we go. Well. It doesn't mean it's gonna be weak easy.
Right. No, not at all.
We are talking about a three-dimensional game from 97?
Yeah, 97.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So...
According to the game's own copyright, yes.
Yeah. And I feel by 97, PlayStation developers on PlayStation were able to figure out how to replicate Mario 64.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Because this feels like this could have fit right in on the N64, but...
Yes, definitely.
It's able to do a little extra. In fact, I think it's able to do something slightly easier than the N64.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I think so too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can definitely tell how this... You kind of do get the hints that this could have originally been a Yoshi game that they repurposed with new characters.
Yep.
Yeah. When Nintendo was like, nah.
We already have a...
We have a game in the development stage. Yep. We have a game in the works, we don't need your...
Yeah. Because I'm reminded of when the guys from Epix shared their 16-bit handheld, and we're like, this will be the next great Nintendo system, and then Nintendo... darn it. Nintendo then showed them the actual thing they were finishing up developing, and that was the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And their jaw dropped.
They're like, oh, you mean like this? And they're like, oh, I guess you don't need us. Nope.
Yes. And they were a bit angry, shocked and hurt and angry too, because they had this cool 16-bit handheld, and they were going to go with an 8-bit black and white handheld with...
They're like, you don't want 16 bits? They're like, don't need it.
And...
Yeah.
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 They were miffed, so... But...
Oh.
So, yeah. Eventually they struck a deal with Atari, and they probably regretted that deal.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Epix.
Oh, man, yeah.
Come up with a new revolutionary idea, a 16-bit handheld game console, and you decide to work with a company who I've lost a lot of respect for.
Yeah, we unfortunately have lost a lot of respect for Atari in recent years.
Yeah. Not to be dunking on you Atari fans. I know you're watching the show, but...
Yeah, I mean, the games are good.
Yeah.
You know, from back then.
Yeah.
It's more the company itself than specifically the games.
Mm-hmm.
Because some of the things we heard about the behind the scenes and what we ourselves experienced.
Yes.
At too many games.
I think we talked about the...
I believe we did.
Yeah. The
early access game.
Yeah, the air quotes tournament, which was more of a glorified playtesting.
At least for the very first game. Apparently, the next round was Team Fortress 2. Because one of the people who was working there said that basically they chose games that either A, everybody has played, or B, nobody has played.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, an early access game is a game that nobody has played. Yes. And also, I resent the fact that they assume everybody has played Team Fortress 2, because neither Connor nor I have played Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
So if we had made it to the next level, we would have been at a disadvantage, because we've never played it.
So... yeah.
So yeah, there's a flaw in that thought process.
Yeah.
So I don't think they... I didn't really think of it as... Even though they said it's a test of your adaptability as a gamer or whatever. I think instead of actually making it a challenge, they should have just played up on it being random and just say, you know, use it for... I'm sure they had games or they had consoles where they weren't currently running tournaments for them. So they should have just taken those and like put them in a hat and like randomly drawn them out, and they say, okay, round 1 we will be playing, and then they pull it out of a hat. And because they didn't want to do that because they felt like certain gamers are more experienced with some games than others. So if you make it a tournament that's more about just being random and unpredictable and not make it a challenge or a competition. So that's my problem with being in the gaming setting, is how competitive it is and how much emphasis on winning there is. I don't know.
Right.
I know some people are gonna look at me like I have 3 heads and they'd be like, well, that's the point of a tournament. But no, it doesn't have to be. It could just be to have fun.
That's what I wanted.
And meet new people who could become your friends, or, you know.
Yeah.
Because I'm super casual and not at all competitive, so that's why this year was the first time we did a tournament. And the Mario Party 4 one was nice because everybody was super friendly and they weren't, like, competitive. They were, like, shaking your hand after you played, and that's the other thing I resented about that voice acting panel we went.
Yes.
Well, not voice acting, voice, quote-unquote, tournament panel. Because they were trying to... Those two guys would have been fine with a tie. They shook each other's hands and they were going to do it. And the guy's like, oh, no, that's not what we're doing. We're not being gentlemanly here.
Now, do I go through the door or do I finish the level?
I guess you could finish the level just so we have that saved. And I guess we could come back later to do the bonus.
Yeah. Plus, we got a pretty amount of gems, too.
Yes. Alright. So we did it. You guys finally got to see us beat the level.
Boss number 1. Alright, so I'm saving this game.
Yes, save.
So yeah, that I agree with you, that was uncouth.
Yeah.
Because it is better to be gentlemanly and polite, and they wanted crude and rudeness.
Well, because they wanted only one winner.
Yeah. And I still do not know how I feel about that one voice actor.
Yeah.
Well, that's an insult to the craft. That one
kid.
Yes. Yeah, that's probably appropriate. That one kid who whipped out his impressions. Alright, so we got the dude, and he takes the red bottle and he attaches it onto his back.
It just reminds me of the prevailing misnomer about voice actors, and that is that you have to be great at impressions. That's what makes good voice acting.
You're right.
And
there's more to it than that.
And that's why I didn't win, because everybody liked the guy that could do that perfect lemon impression, or whatever the lemon character's name is from Adventure Time.
So they were like, Adventure Time, I love it. Because
that guy, clearly with all of the voices he did in that competition, his thing was clearly insane.
Yeah.
Like insane villain or insane character.
Pretty much.
And they just loved that. While I was trying to be more serious and grounded.
You did excellent at that, and I was cheering for you.
I still wonder, if I had gone back, I still wonder if I had done my Daggett impression. Or not my Daggett impression, but that voice. If they would have liked it better. Although it probably still wouldn't have beaten out Lemon, or whatever the Lemon character's name is. Let me know in the comments. Adventure Time fans.
Yes.
This is not a judgment. This is not a judgment on that character. It's just our frustration.
Our judgment on the judging.
Yeah, on the judging and the fact that that kid chose to do that. But I was warned that the goers prefer comedy. So silly me trying to...
And they were really hoping that I would be a questionable stereotype on my performance, didn't they?
They were probably either hoping for that or that you just do a super manly voice so they could laugh at it.
Of course they were.
I mean, that's why he, chose one guy to do it. Also, because I think they stupidly had too many female characters. They should have had an even amount of female and male characters to voice. Because not enough women showed up for the amount of female characters they had on their list. Or, alternatively, they should have the same number of both. And if they have more female contestants, bring out the female characters. Because...
I did it?
Cool.
Wow!
Because while some people don't care about the gender, some are probably uncomfortable doing the other gender.
And on the show, I'm very comfortable voicing a female character.
Yeah, and I'm sure they found that boring.
What were they expecting? Yeah, grass! Or something.
No, they were expecting you to just do a manly voice, I think.
So they wanted to be... Ugh, why are they doing this bad?
Yeah, probably.
Well, the alternative is a bit derogatory. I'm a little afraid to do that on the show.
Yeah,
because
let's not give us.
I don't want that kind of attention for the show. You don't want it. I don't want it.
No, we don't want to insult our community.
Right. I love and respect you all.
Yes.
From the bottom of my heart.
Yes. Right, cool. So
yeah.
Right along.
Making very good progress.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. So yeah. I love the friends I've made in our community too much to do that.
I wish I had more friends in our community. I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot.
Oh, there's this box that I missed.
But I don't have a lot of friends in general. The ones I have are great, but I don't have a lot. I get kind of lonely.
Yeah. Fart! No!
Especially... Well... Yeah. College was not a good time for me to have friends in the LGBT community, in my community, because... the guy that was in charge of the club at my college was a really obnoxious guy. He was just... He just was very full of himself.
Oh dear.
And not in a charming way.
I'm afraid to ask.
Oh, just... It's fine. There's no problem with having a high self-esteem, but he was like borderline crossing into narcissism, which was obnoxious. He just seemed to make it less about the community and more about what he was doing, and wasn't he so great for what he was doing. That type of vibe.
He wasn't... I shouldn't draw conclusions, but he wasn't singing about himself, was he?
Singing about himself? No.
I don't think... Yeah, that's...
What do you mean singing about himself?
You remember the English dub of Mew Mew Power?
Not much, no.
What's this?
Oh.
Huh?
Did we find a hidden part?
I'm thinking we did.
Huh.
Oh! Ah, darn it! Extra lives.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
Cool. But yeah, like, considering, and I knew him because he was in my philosophy class, and I knew he was the president of that club because he wouldn't shut up about the fact that he was the president and talking about all the good things that he did in the club. It was all him. Yeah.
I get it.
So yeah, the fact that that was the person in charge, I didn't...
I get you now.
It very much turned me off of joining that club.
I sadly don't blame you.
Yeah. Like, a little bit of that would be fine if he had mixed in a little bit of what the other members of the community did or other members of his club did. You know, if he seemed like he had a little bit of compassion for the other people in the club. Which, this is just a first impression thing. For all I know, he could be the nicest guy in the world, and that could just all be the front he puts up. I don't know.
True, that's always a possibility.
But the fact that that was my first impression of him, I did not feel encouraged to join. So, and nowadays there is so much effort to like gatekeep that that makes it a little bit difficult to approach groups too. But I won't get into that too much.
Yeah.
I know there are a lot of kind and supportive people in these communities. I just haven't found one in my area that doesn't get into that crap yet. But who knows, I might find it at some point. I just gotta try to be a little more bold and try to meet some more people.
Yeah. I think you will.
Thanks.
I wasn't sure if there was anything more or if I'm supposed to backtrack.
I don't know. Is there something behind the waterfall?
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Whoops.
I guess not.
Okay.
But in that case, since I have the key, I guess I just have to
go through the door.
Yeah. But I'll get some gems before I leave.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, I think that's good enough. Aha! That makes this a lot less frightening. Aha! Interesting little dog. I know that mean him to be threatening, but...
Yeah. Other than the spiked collar, he doesn't seem that threatening.
Yeah. Maybe I am so used to dogs that I don't find them very very threatening.
I mean, maybe that dog in Rocco's Modern Life.
Yeah, and I know they went over the top on making him...
He's kind of cute, though. He's got that little punk hairstyle thing going on.
Yeah. Especially knowing in the lore of the show, he was experimented on in a laboratory.
Yeah, poor thing.
It is very poor thing, and very odd that even Rocco knew of this dog, and that both he and Ed Bighead were frightened of him.
Yeah. I feel like the last episodes we watched were the first duds.
I'm afraid so, especially the glasses one.
Yeah, the glasses one was just a whole lot of a nothing episode.
Yeah.
I'm like, this was the last episode of season 2.
It makes me a little worried about what to
Season
expect.
3.
Yeah.
Because I liked the vibe of the first 2 seasons.
So did I.
I hope this isn't like the point where Nickelodeon's like, okay, remember this is a kids show. You're pushing the envelope a little too much.
Yes, with your choky chickens and jackhammering.
And that I almost wonder if that's why when we hear about banned Rocco's Modern Life episodes, they don't tend to talk about the show as a whole being more adult. I hope it's not the fact that from now on it'll be more clean, so to speak.
Yeah.
So we're going to try one more time and then we'll be finished.
To make up for the struggles earlier in the episode.
Yes. At least we defeated the mini-boss.
Yeah, we did.
That was pretty cool.
It was.
I feel like we made good progress, and I'm grateful. I thought we were going to have to throw this take away, as you guys heard.
So am I. I'm very happy we got it to work at the last second.
And those of you who stuck in there, thank you.
Yep.
I don't blame people who might have already left. I won't hold it against them. But we appreciate those of you who stayed.
Yes. I just can't believe I burned through all those lives.
I know. Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, I am worried too, considering I do worry if we're going into let's be moralistic.
Yeah.
Because it's like what I once complained about, I think Arthur it was. It's fine to have like some little stories like that, but all of a sudden it's like out of left field, suddenly Rocco is height conscious.
Yeah, this would seem to be something that they do this all the time in Western cartoons, or at least they did in the 90s. Like, characters who not only weren't normally height conscious, but characters who weren't normally teased for their height. They have that one special episode where this is what the whole episode's gonna be about. Like this is Rocco's personality now, and the people who shop at the comic book shop he works at that never cared about his height before now suddenly are all getting on him about being short. They
Especially
did it, they did it in Angry Beavers as well. They had an episode of Angry Beavers that was obsessive about it. And I'm trying to think. They use it in like little kids shows a lot too, to teach a moral. So,
is it because the stereotype of a child is that they're smaller than an adult?
Yeah, maybe. And if that's... See, Rocco's Modern Life is a weird one because it's the first time we have an adult character in that situation. So that's like the only thing unique I could say about that.
Yeah. And it sadly shows a huge flaw in those shows is because some adults have that height issue as well. Not issue, that height as well, and it's not...
Well, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's not...
that consciousness. And, because I guess what... It's a societal issue, and that's why it's really frustrating.
Right. And it seemed out of the blue that Rocco would suddenly have that.
Yeah, and seeing, like, revealing things that we didn't see before, like how he was standing on a box to see over the counter. Which is fine, but it wasn't in other episodes.
Yeah.
So it was just really out of nowhere.
It is.
Yeah, so it's very frustrating, and it's not just with that theme, but when they do it with any kind of moral theme, it gets really frustrating, because it would be one thing if it was in the background anyway, like, if we saw every once in a while mean characters make jabs at him for his height, then it would have at least...
Yeah.
You know, like, my first legitimate reaction when we started watching the episode is, oh, it's that episode, is it? Like, oh, okay, we're doing that episode today, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's how it comes across. Where it would have made more sense, like, maybe every once in a while people bug him about it, but it's like not the people important to him, and it just happens to be a bad day for him, and in this episode it just happens to get to him. That would have at least made a little more sense than just all of the sudden.
Yeah, I agree with you on
that.
I absolutely agree with you on that, because I felt it was kind of ham-fisted when we saw that on stuff like Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah, and it was very much so like in Angry Beavers, where Daggett frankly became very rude to Norbert about it.
Yeah, and he really shouldn't be, because they're both the same height.
Normally, but apparently not in that episode. Like, we just bend the rules to do. So that's why I feel like those episodes are indeed some kind of corporate meddling. Like,
yeah.
I mean, because Lizzie McGuire had an episode like that.
She did?
With Gordy. Where he was height conscious all of a sudden. But the moral was like, oh, it's no big deal, you're still young. And that was my problem with that episode, is it came across to, you don't have to be conscious about your height, because you'll get taller, you know? Yeah. You have time. It's like, what kind of moral does that teach for the kids that don't become tall? Or normal-sized after puberty? Quote-unquote normal size. You know what I mean?
And I feel it's kind of in bad taste.
Yeah.
And hurtful, because...
And that's a case of a live-action show doing the trope that we're already talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you know what is extremely frustrating? I have never seen the opposite. Never. Well, okay, I can think of one exception, but for the most part, I have never seen the opposite, where we have a character who is tall, who is self-conscious about being tall, because apparently, if you're tall, you have no reason to be self-conscious, according to these shows' logic.
Oh, gee.
I know, exactly. And I was saying I could technically, it's a stretch, but I could technically think of one exception, but it isn't.
That is
a Gumball episode, but that isn't even really, it's not even technically following the trope anyway, so, you haven't seen it yet.
right.
But even that, it's not, it's just crazy antics. Gumball is a crazy antics show. I love it though.
I do too. I love Gumball.
Yeah, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong though, and perhaps give me the details so I could watch this episode, because I would love to be proven wrong. I would love for because that's important too, because I'm sure there are some kids out there who are unusually tall and get given a hard time, or maybe they don't, but maybe they're self-conscious about it. Because I feel like in any situation where the kid stands out too much, they're probably bullied.
Yeah.
And it probably shouldn't be written anyway, because they handled the morals wrong. But if it's handled right, you should do it in both directions, because all those cartoon episodes ended up making me feel bad, because guess what? I'm not tall. I'm a person who other people consider short. And now I didn't necessarily feel like I was in that situation until adulthood, but I don't feel like they did a good job. And I feel like even if even when I was a kid, when it wasn't a problem, those episodes always made me feel weird. Like, I'm like, this is not good. It's supposed to feel warm and fuzzy, it doesn't. So yeah. And also, no offense to Rocco's Modern Life, but they don't do the moral stuff. They just...
Yeah, I prefer...
Their show doesn't have that vibe.
Yeah, I prefer my Rocco's Modern Life to be just laughing at the absurdities of...
Yeah.
Society.
Life and society, yeah.
Yeah.
And the commentaries.
Yeah. And realize it isn't really that different since 1993.
Yeah. Yeah, once we get to the end, we'll stop. Yeah, that's the thing. So many of the episodes aged really well, despite the fact that the technology is outdated.
Yeah.
It's somehow still extremely relevant. Extremely relevant, yes.
Yeah, and I think we've reached the end of the level.
Yep, alright guys. Thank you for sticking in there longer, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.